Hi, I'm Taylor Gervais. I am currently a leader in the horse area in Kent County, and in this video we will be going over the entire Horsemaster Keep book and going over each question individually, looking at exactly what we want from you guys, trying to answer any of your questions. We're also going to go over a few notes and tips. I was a Horsemaster my last year in 4-H, so I'm going to go over couple of tips that I have. Obviously, there's going to be other ones from other people. This is what I came up with. So hopefully this answers a lot of your guys' questions. And let's just get started. First, we're going to start with the notes and tips. So obviously this video is meant to explain what the horse committee is looking for in each section and each question. Horsemaster is the highest level you can achieve in Kent County, so we want to know what you know. So notes and tips. First of all, focus on one section at a time. This is a long book. It's going to take a lot of work and a lot of commitment. You also need to do your age group keep book. For this Horsemaster book, you need 161 out of 202 points to pass. A lot of these questions are open-ended, so feel free to elaborate, use your own knowledge, tell us what you know. All videos need to be uploaded to YouTube and need to be 5 to 10 minutes long because we have a lot of young kids in our group that have short attention spans. Read all of your instructions very, very thoroughly. Those are key to each question. You're going to have 2 books, your record book and your Horsemaster book. Each need to be in a separate binder, and you need a copy of your mounted abilities in each binder. If you are handwriting your Horsemaster book, make sure it's very legible. We do read through every single question, and if you need more space, use either lined or printer paper and put it behind the sheet that you couldn't finish the question on. So, question number 1, tell us about your horse, their specific breed. We want to know their specific height and weight. Rate your horse's temperament, the reason for the rating, and what about that breed do you like or dislike? What appeals to you? There is no wrong answer for this. We just want to know why you like your horse. Don't say, I like them for their color. Okay, cool. Elaborate. Why do you like their color? Tell us specifics. Question 2. Analyze your horse's conformation. This is where we want the perspective of a halter judge. Look at your horse's conformation and tell us what you see. This can be in either video or written form. Try to use the judging terminology from your Horse and Horsemanship 4-H book, which is in Chapter 2. Don't be afraid to criticize your horse a little bit. Every horse has some type of flaw. Make sure this is as accurate as possible because it will be used again in the next couple of questions. If your horse is crossbred, for example, mine is a Mustang and Tennessee Walker mix, try to point out where each breed flows into the other breed. For questions 3 through 5, you're going to be looking at form to function, which is preferably in a video form. We want to look at how your horse's conformation affects what he or she does, and obviously you want to read through these really well and try and answer each question. Basically, we want to know what your horse is and isn't best suited for. Take it from personal experience. This is going to take a long time, and you need to prepare early. This should accurately reflect your response to question 2, and after doing the video, it's a lot easier to do a voiceover than try and talk while recording the video. Question 3. Explain how your horse's conformation affects their movement. Explain how your horse's breed and conformation affect them at the walk, trot, and canter or lope. Use points such as their tempo and balance and length of their stride. We would like to see the collected, natural, and extended movement or gait. Note that extended does not necessarily mean your horse is moving faster. We want to see them actually extend their stride. If your horse misbehaves, it's okay to get after them. Just do it correctly as if you were in front of a judge. Question 4. Now that you've analyzed your horse's gaits based on his or her conformation, explain what your horse is best suited for based on conformation and temperament. This can be either video or written form. Also try to use as much terminology as possible. Question 5. Now that you've told us what your horse is good at or best suited for, tell us what they're not suited for. Again, use terminology from question 2 and your rubric to guide you on answering these questions. For questions 6 and 7, we're asking you about riding equipment. We want you to show us how to properly fit a saddle to both the horse and the rider. This can be in either video, game, or paper form with pictures. For question 6, we want you to tell us how to properly fit the saddle to the horse, including pressure points, the level of the seat, etc. This can be a video, report, or game. It is very important you use the same exact saddle for this question and question 7. It can be any type of saddle you want, as long as you cover every point in the rubric. If you choose to write a paper, pictures are very highly encouraged. Question 7. Now tell us how to properly fit the saddle to the rider, including the rider's height, build, the proper stirrup length for the saddle, the proper seat, etc. If you do this in video form, it has to be a separate video from question 6, but it also has to be the same exact saddle as question 6. You can use the same sources, the same exact rubric, everything can be the same, but it has to be a separate video. Question 8. We would like you to develop a list of safety rules that should be obeyed around the barn and around horses. We would like to see 12 to 15 rules. Separate them into categories if it's easier. If you're having trouble coming up with rules, think of people with absolutely no horse experience and come up with things that would make sense for them to or not to do around horses. For questions 9 and 10, we're talking about the health of your horse. We want you to talk specifically to your vet and or your farrier. For question 9, we want you to talk about a specific ailment, disorder, or syndrome and how to properly treat it. This can be either written or video form. We want you to learn about the most prominent health conditions in your area, anything that's going to take a really long time to heal. This is scored at diagnosis, treatment, and prognosis, so we want specific details and pictures. For question 10, we want to actually see you bandage a wound. This needs to be in video form because we want to use it at meetings to show other members how to properly bandage something. Again, this must be a video. It does not have to be the same topic as question 9. You do not have to use the links provided, but they are very helpful. Make sure you are prepared for the video. Have all of your supplies out and ready to go. Finally, question 11 is an educational resource. We want you to create a video that we can show at meetings for other people to learn how to properly do something around horses. We give you some suggestions. When I did my Horsemaster book, I taught people how to teach their horse to side pass. This video needs to be about 5 to 7 minutes long, so try to keep a narrow focus and not stray into other topics. And most importantly, your topic must be approved by the Keep Committee by June 1st, no later. For question 12, all you need to do is cite your sources, and if you do this along the way as you're answering questions, it'll make it really easy. You must have a minimum of 2 sources for every question. You can use the same source twice, and you can use yourself as a source, but not for every question. Lastly, there is a 5-point bonus opportunity. Write a couple sentences telling us what you did and didn't like about the project, give us any suggestions on how we could improve it, your opinion, etc. If you have any further questions about the Horsemaster or the Keep book, please feel free to contact one of these 4 4-H leaders listed here. They will do their best to answer any and all of your questions. Hopefully this video answered any, if not all, of your questions. And again, if you do have more questions, feel free to contact one of the 4 people listed on the previous slide. If you're wondering how I made this video, I used Windows Movie Maker, which I highly recommend for making your videos for this project. Record it on your phone, upload it to a laptop or a computer. You can plug it right into Windows Movie Maker, make as many edits as you want. Other than that, thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps and makes everything a whole lot easier for you guys.